Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with the next video for Junk Journal, January 2025. I can tell you, just in all honesty, I am weary of this challenge, but I am going to finish it because I determined that I was going to finish it in the month of January, so I am going to do it. So today we are doing Modern, Movement, and Crumpled, and then I will do, I'll do the last, I'll do Sealed and Reveal. I'll do one more, wait a minute, on camera, Modern, Movement, and Crumpled. Off camera, I'll do 2 prompts, and then we'll come back for the last 2, which are Fit, Fabric, and Letter. So I've got some things laid out because that last one was a disaster in my opinion. I just didn't give it enough forethought, and I don't want to repeat that mistake. So I'm just reaching for a couple of rulers here. I forgot to grab those. And so let me show you what I did off camera. So off camera I did map, repeat, newsletter, and newspaper, and line. So let's just take a peek here. So this was our last one that was bright. So this is newspaper. So this is a digital newspaper from My Porch Prints. This is an image off of Pixabay again, and that is repeated here in this envelope. So I took this image, it's just piles and piles of newspaper, all folded and stacked together, and I made an envelope out of that. And then I didn't ink around that. I'll have to ink the back of that. And so what I did is I wanted to keep this one fairly neutral and simple. And so I just put the envelope on there with it, and I glued the flap here, and then I covered the flap. And then I found this other image on Pixabay of a squirrel reading the newspaper, and it gave me a chuckle. So I'm like, okay, we'll do that. This prompt was rough for me because I didn't feel very like a very big creative opportunity for me, but I was challenged. So I did put the ruler here just because it is also connecting to the next page, which is line. So let me open this up and show you. So for line, I kept it very simple. I used the She Decided paper. If you followed me any length of time, I use this paper a lot, especially in mixed media. It is from SeanPetite.com collage packs. I believe it was in her freebie library for her subscriber library. And so I got this image of these birds on a wire on Pixabay. And so and it was a PNG file. So I just put it on and printed it on this paper. And then I found a row of beautiful tulips in a line. So that was my interpretation of line. I'm really happy with that, but I had already cut the ruler out, so I thought I would go ahead and put that there as well. The other prompt is repeat, and so what I did is these tags are from a mega bundle from Scrimping Mommy. That's Amanda over there, over on her Ko-fi page. And what I did is I took one large tag and I glued it all the way down up to here. So it goes down to here. It's a tall tag. And then I took the same tag in smaller fashion and I made a belly band here and a belly band here. It's the exact same tag. And then I printed one again, kind of middle, or this might have been another size that she offered, but that's the image that I've used 4 times. So I think that was a good repeat. I was thinking that this one was longer, but it's not. I think this tag goes down to about here, but no bother at all. And so then that one just sticks in there, provided I can get my fingers in there. There we go. And then I just tied it off with some seam binding, put some eyelets. I just love that look, and so that made me very, very happy. And then, so that is it. So we have newspaper, line, repeat, and, oh, map. Where's map? Where'd you go, map? There it is. And I just put this butterfly on the back of that because I thought it was kind of boring. And I just took, this is a map from a digital that I had on my computer, and I just searched map on my computer and came up with this. And then I picked some of the Tim Holtz people and just set them on top of the world because I thought, we're on the top of the world looking down on creation. explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. So that's all the singing. So that is what I did off camera. It was very, very fun. But this white paper is bothering me. So let me ink it up and we're going to get going on the other prompts. I just like to get a little bit of ink there to just tone that baby down. There we go. So I'm just going to set my ink over there. And so we're getting to the end. So I think I'm going to have just enough pages. So I have... So I need to move some stuff because I'm not going to have room here. I have my basket that's got everything in it that I've been using, and I did organize it a little bit because I was a hot mess the last one, and I just left it a mess. So so this is going to be a challenge right here. I did not think about that. So we're going to have to probably come over a little bit, which is no big deal. And I've got my glue stick here, and I'm going to grab my white glue as well. And so what I've chosen is, I was thinking about Crumpled, and I saw this image on Pixabay, and it is a poppy. And I thought poppies always look kind of crepe-like. You know, they've got these really, really thin petals. They're very hard to paint. I think they'd be a fun one if I could manage it and master it. But they almost look translucent and they look crumpled. And so I thought, crumpled, I'm going to use a poppy for crumpled. And then I was remembering that our friends in other countries, they did a lot of celebration around poppies, and I had never heard this in the United States, that poppies are assigned for Remembrance Day, and it was for the celebration of the end of World War I. And so I went and Googled a poem for Remembrance Day. It says, "We wear a poppy on Remembrance Day, and at 11 we stand and pray. Wreaths are put upon a grave as we remember our soldiers brave." And for those of you who don't know, my son was in the Army for about 12 years, I believe. He served in Iraq twice. He was deployed twice. He deployed also to Germany for a period of time. And it was I didn't lose anybody in the military, so I don't know what that's like, but I know what it feels like to have someone over there serving in war times and just not knowing, what the status is, and everything's secretive, and it's challenging. Like, I learned over time about how to release him. Every day I had to release him because I couldn't go on with my life and think about him every day and worry about his safety. I just couldn't do it. And so I thought this was perfect for me, for this prompt. So I thought maybe we would just come in here. Maybe we'll put, that would be really pretty right there, bridging those two pages. Maybe. I wasn't going to leave it whole, but this is the direction it's supposed to go. So let me think about this. I could just kind of tuck it there. That would be kind of pretty. But I think I'm going to do a little bit of collage work here because I don't necessarily want it to cross over this page. I want it to end here. I don't want it to go any further. Actually, that's taking 2 pages. Okay, so we are going to cut this down. We are going to cut it down. So let's see what we want to trim off. I'm just going to do it roughly here with my scissors and hope for the best. And let's just get right beside that little crooked stem. That will do. That will do right there. Okay. Because I kind of like what else is going on here. I don't really want it to take a whole nother page. So I think that will be fine unless we want to do poppy over here. And let's see if there's something that would be more fitting in this spot. So this is the one I chose for the for movement, is I chose a picture of the ocean. One of my favorite places on the whole planet is the ocean. So I thought we would do a little bit of an envelope flip, leave a writing space, and maybe put the writing space inside that envelope. So let's see if this would be a good place for the I mean, we've got enough pages I could have these span more than one page. So I think this one actually fits better here. So without having to cover up a lot of that paper, because I kind of like that up there. And it would bridge over this one, which is okay. So let me just see if I can find that line and just bend this so that we're out of the way. There we go. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. And I actually love this too, but I think I am going to do just a tiny bit of collage. Sorry to skip around and change gears there on that poppy one, but I need to I want to go kind of sequentially. I'm just moving some things out of the way because I'm kind of buried here at the moment. Okay, so this is my my little bin of specialty papers, and then this is the bin of my background papers, like newspaper, not newspaper, but like packaging and all of that jazz. So I'm going to do a little bit of collage on this base, and then I will speed that part up just so you guys don't have to watch that boring. It's not very fun, so you can just enjoy the music for a bit. Changing gears here just a moment, not from the prompt but from the steps here. I'm just trying to find a way to put those. So I think I want to do my envelope so that it's coming over this picture. Okay, so it's coming over that picture. So I just want to put a little bit of paper on here. So I picked a couple pieces from, these are from Ruby and Pearl. My apologies, guys. Actually, I think I want this one. Nope, I want this one. So we're going to go ahead and cover this envelope, and I'll just ink the edges around that. I just need to find my pencil, and I'm just going to turn to my cutter over here, hopefully, and just trim that off. Okay, so let's ink this up first. It's just a little paper envelope I found in a bunch of I keep all my small ephemera in some little pouches, and I was just looking through a lot of that stuff for some inspiration for today's prompts, and I found a bunch of stuff that fit with the images and the concepts, the images that I picked for the prompts. So it worked out well. So we're going to put this on here. And I wonder if I've got any, I don't really want to cover that all up. So I think I'm going to open up this side. Okay, so that's going to change my dimensions a bit. Nope, it should be okay. We're not looking for perfection here, so just having a play. So now I can cover all, I feel comfortable covering the back of that. So I think I might just find a piece of paper rather than trying to cover it with an image. So I'm just going to find something in here that will work. Let's just cover it with this little bit of something, little something something. So I'm going to just cut off here, and then we'll go from there. Got stuck and it went a little high. So there we go. So let me just do this the rough way, okay? I'm just gonna, this is a very lazy way to do this, but we're gonna roll with it. This is my second video today. I have the day off. It's Monday, January the 27th. I think my last video is going to be on the 29th, I think was my goal for my junk journal January. If I don't make that, just know it'll be shortly after the end of the month. So I'm not too concerned about that, but I want to finish it off with you on camera so that we can flip through the entire journal as well. Do final prompts and flip through. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and cover this part of the envelope and then run a bead of glue across there. So I'm going to use my white glue for that. Easy as can be. So let me just trim that off a little bit. And then we're going to put this one on the front. That worked out okay. But I don't want to really use that glue again because I don't get any, there's no forgiveness in that glue. So I'm going to grab my Fabri-Tac as well and let's just put the glue right on here. Whoops, just got a bunch of glue on my book. It's okay. Just a little image of an ocean scene here. Kind of blasé compared to the photo that I picked, but I just thought it would be fun to put this on here and then just glue this whole thing down. So let's ink around this image just because I like that look. I like that framing that it gives, that dark edge. Of course, if inking is not your thing, don't have to do that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue this on the back first, and then we'll glue the other thing down. Just an idea for something a little bit different. So I'm just going to set this on here and I'm going to close it down and just kind of butt that up against. Sorry, I was a little off camera there. Boom. Just a little double whammy. Could also make that a pocket. I think I'm going to make that a pocket too, and I might find something to put in there. I like that idea of making this a pocket, and then that's already accounting for that fold. So I just have to make sure when I put that down that I get that really securely in there so that I don't lose any of my landscape. Okay, so we're going to glue on this side, and this side. And then off camera, I'll find out something to put in the pocket as well. I'm just going to pull these up, so I really need to get that in there, okay? Because I want this to be on that. If I create a different fold here, that's okay. But I just want to get that secured first. So we're crossing over that page, which is fine. Oh, that didn't work. Let me just push that down. Is that going to work? No, we're too far out. There we go. Let's just let that set. Let it ruminate a little bit. So now we've got, oh, but now it won't open. Ah! Pardon me. Oh no. I just got to pull it out a little bit. Otherwise I can't get the flip to go. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing. Actually, I think I'm actually going to tear that part off. I am going to tear that part off because I feel like it's not useful at this point. So let's just see if I can crease that a little bit better so I can get a good tear. And I'll have to put some glue underneath that edge. Oh. Well, that's not great. Let's just ink her up and pretend that we meant that to happen, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Oh, I'm going to put a little bit of glue here just to attach that edge. Again, not one of my better moments. So that is our movement. So I have also have a lady here, and I have a little journaling card. So I could just go ahead and put this back here. And this is a little bit thin at the moment, but I think that I would like to just stick her in here. I'll probably back her with something. And we could also, we've got this extra, so we could stick that in there as well. And if there's something I don't like, I can always change it later, but I think that's good. So movement, and I'll put the little labels for each of the prompts on these later. But yeah, that was not very well planned and executed, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so now we have our poppy and our other one. So let me show you what the, oh, I forgot the word. So I come to the sea to breathe. Take me away. The beach is my most favorite place in the whole world, and I love to go there. And I especially love to go there when I need to process something, or I need to find peace, or I need to wrestle with God. I go to the beach, and he meets me there every single time. And I've mentioned my Emily Rose in past videos, and that is also where I went when I needed to process my grief. And sometimes that was screaming at God, you know, to be completely honest. And, you know, he can take it. He can take our anger. He can take our disappointment and all the things that we don't understand. So I'm happy with that. Yeah. So what I picked for modern was modern art. So I'm trying to figure out if I want a soft transition from, if I want to go from here to this to, oh my gosh, to this. Actually, almost want this over here. So let me see if I can fold this up a little bit. We're getting a little bit carried away, but this is where we've got our flap from our lace, or trim from the other side. And so this is the image that I picked. Don't ask me why this touched me, but I was like, oh, show me modern art. And I thought it was very, very modern, and it was very, it was intriguing to me. It was very intriguing to me, like what the person who created this, or AI, it's probably AI, my guess is, but I just thought it was very expressive with a lot of really kind of modern symbolism, and I liked it, so I decided to go with it. But I'm thinking it would go good here, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's not like you're looking at these all in a row. So I'm probably overthinking this. So I think I'm going to do a little collage here and just stick with this space. So pardon me, I'm going to do a bit, and I will be back momentarily. So did any of you find that the prompts got a little bit more challenging as it went along? I sure did. I felt like I was just going gangbusters when we started, and then like I don't know anything about modern, and I don't think about lines and you know, I don't know, things like balance, you know, like I did okay on balance, but It was just, it just seemed like it got a little bit more challenging. I wonder if that is on purpose. So that's okay if that crosses over to the next page. I just wanted to cover up some of that background first. And then I've got this and I've got a butterfly, and I just thought it would be really pretty, and I don't have to use the whole butterfly. So I might even do half of the butterfly on top and half of the butterfly on the bottom. Let me just kind of take a look at what we have here. I don't want to overdo this too much either. So I think I am going to cut the butterfly. Oh, don't cut it until you're sure. But we don't have a lot of room. We only have, 4 inches. So just trying to figure out what this would look like. So bear with me. If we put half of the butterfly on the bottom, like that, and we couldn't put the other half there. If we put half of the butterfly here, or we could do that. I kind of like that, and maybe another half on top. I am going to cut the butterfly. So we just have basically butterfly wings. We can do whatever we want with our project. So that is the beauty of this process. We could also go like this and put, we're crossing that line already though. Goodness gracious. This butterfly is big. So let's take off a little bit of her on the bottom because I need a little bit more room here. We still have the essence of what's happening here, or what I perceive is happening here. So we could do that. I actually like that. So if we do that, I think I'm actually going to cut into that butterfly because I don't have enough room. Okay, and I'm just thinking, I don't know if I want something more here because I feel like it's kind of plain Jane. But I don't know if I have anything that's going to suit me either. But business letters, it seems kind of weird to have business letters up there, but collaging this way is not my gift. It's not my superpower, so we can cover that up like that. Yes, let's do that. But before we do that, I thought we could come in with see if we've got a really cool rub-on that could come up in this area. So let me dig in here. I think I've got some in the blue family. I like that little touch. Yeah, I like that. I think I want to do something with her edges, so let me grab a punch here and see if I can find something that suits me. Let's see if we can do this one. So just trying to figure out how to get my butterfly on. I should have printed this image a little bit smaller, and I could have found a smaller butterfly, but I did not look. So I'm just trying to get this sort of straight and lined up as best I can. It's a little bit hard to do. And then perfect. Oh, I love that. What do you think? It's very, very odd. I will tell you that. It is odd. Just going to use my white glue here. I don't prefer a glue stick. I've been trying to use it here and there, but I'm not in the mood. Okay. So there we go. So let's see if we can kind of aim for the middle here in terms of the butterfly wings. It looks about straight. So yeah, this was modern art, guys. That was the inspiration there. I also had this blue flower, but I don't know if it's going to be too much to try to add. So, because it's kind of running into the colors for the next one. So I thought we could bring it over here and do that, but we'll set it aside for now. That's from Sweet Pea Curiosities. It's her mixed media butterflies or flowers. So I've got some tissue paper so that we could kind of do a little bit of crumpling with tissue paper as well. I'm not sure. And we're gonna get some tissue paper down here. So should we just do red, do green? Let the red go. That blue is gonna look really strange there then with that green. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. You don't have to do what you don't like. So could also do the same thing with some packaging. So let me see if I've got a bit of packaging that will work here. Maybe I'll put a little bit of tissue paper underneath my quote for the other bit. So I'm gonna just tear that down. Just keep crumpling it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do with this is I am actually going to use my Fabri-Tac, okay? Because that will allow me to control where this is all scrunching up. So I'm going to go ahead and just put it on the back of the paper. So I want it to kind of stay folded in those places that's already folded. And this will allow me to, oh, I just got a bunch on the book. Yikesies, get it under there to stay there. Okay, I'm just winging it. In case you guys didn't already figure that out, I am winging it all the way here. So we're gonna crumple that up. Oh, that worked out nicely. I just don't want it to go. If it's going to go there, it's going to get folded. So I'm just going to take this bit off the bottom. Ouch. When you don't have any fingernails, you have nothing to protect your fingertips. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am loving that. I need a little bit more under here. And then did we go over this edge? We did, but we'll just glue it down to go over onto the other page, not a problem. Okay. Boy, that was a mess. Grab a wipe here. Man, that really hurt when I poked my finger. Oh, ouch. Okay. I'm going to grab a paper towel, actually, because I've got some glue oozing right here. There we go. Okay, so next thing I want to do to make this look a little bit more crumpled is I'm going to take my makeup brush and my vintage photo, and I'm going to go over all of this on the top to really make it look crumpled. Brown is probably not the best color to use here, but I didn't feel like dealing with the tissue paper, so which is just old recycled packaging. Okay, yeah, present stuff, you know, like from a gift bag. Oh, I want to glue that down. Let me glue that down. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we're committed now, aren't we? So that can go there, but I want that to go up. So that would be fine. So what do we want to do with the corners of this? I feel like it's too plain. I think I'm just going to round them. My husband's going to be home very shortly, so I want to be done so I can sit down and enjoy dinner with him. So we've got soup. So I was said in a previous video, I made this white bean chili. It's a jalapeno white bean chicken chili that's 0 points on Weight Watchers, but the sodium is through the roof, which is not sustainable for me. So I'm just not liking how that's just butting right up to that. So where's our fold? So we are over the fold, okay? So let's fold this up. So this goes like this, and this goes like this. I'll have to glue that piece there. So let's work with it here so that we've got just what we're dealing with here. So maybe it should go up here instead. Yeah, I'm feeling like that, so I'm going to open it again. So we might not be able to use our blue flower, but that's all right. So I think it would be it would take away from something else if I used it. So it was just a thought. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and then we are just about done. And I'm hoping I can shrink this video by editing some things out because it's already 43 minutes. The time flies, and no matter how hard I try, I cannot make a short video. It just doesn't work. So, okay, but I didn't want that crumpled part covered up. I'm going to go up here. I know I just looked at that and I'm changing my mind, but it's okay. I just don't want it to bind there, so I'm going to get that over as far as I can. That looks to be fine. Okay, there we go. So now let's see if we can incorporate some of the red tissue under our little poem. And I forgot about the art. I forgot the artwork. I've got artwork to go on here. Silly me. So I'm going to do the same thing with this. I just want to get some down here, which we're covering up some of our crumpled paper, but it is what it is, right? So I talk about this often in my mixed media. Sometimes you'll put something down and you're like, oh man, I just covered up something that I really wanted to see. And in fact, I don't want to do that. So you can decide. So it would not be bad if I covered that up, but because it's the prompt, I don't want to cover that up. So I would rather just come in with my little quote or my poem. So it's okay to change your mind. That's something that I work really hard at, not being too rigid in my plan and my thinking, that I just refuse to make a change and I get kind of stuck. So, because I really love that right there. And then, but I also had these sprigs, and I thought they would be a fun addition to this. But I also was thinking, what about this one over here on the side of her? No, because we got that flower. So I thought this would be fun to just put something up here, but then we're covering up our crumpled, which defeats the purpose. And sometimes I wish you guys could tell me what you think. Oh, I like that there though, because you can still see the crumpled. Let's do that there. So I'm going to use my white glue, and I'm going to go off here because I don't want to make a mess on the book. So let me just get this finished. I think this is fine. It's a nice little addition. So did I throw that paper towel away? I think I did. I'm getting all caught up in it's a new roll. So it's all jammed up there on my roller. There we go. Oh, I love that. I love that. That makes me happy. And then we can put our little poem there. Could actually stick this under there a little bit. We'll try to get that under some of those leaves as an afterthought here. And when I print these things out, like I don't know how I'm going to do the layout, so sometimes things are too big and they have to be adjusted, but let's see if I can pull those up, because I don't want to get too much on the crumpled. So that works just fine and dandy. Look at that. I'm happy with that, actually. I wish that those were a little bit more separated. It's hard when everything's kind of going together. We've got this is going to be a problem, so I'm going to have to trim that off. And off camera, I will put all of my, the artwork, sorry. I will do this off camera, but I have these squares, and then I have the word art spelled out, and I'm going to put it inside of the square like that. I just did this in Word. I was like so proud of myself that I did that. I figured it out. But I will go ahead and say good night for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.